For our video, we're going to be discussing the Chapter 8 Part 4 PowerPoint presentation in easier terms by illustrating our info on a whiteboard. We will begin by discussing the structure of the heart.
The aorta is the largest artery in the body and it conducts freshly oxygenated blood from the heart to the tissues. The inferior vena cava receives blood from the lower limbs and abdominal organs and empties into the posterior part of the right atrium of the heart. The left atrium is the left upper chamber of the heart that receives blood from the pulmonary veins. The left pulmonary artery is the artery that carries blood from the right ventricle and sends it to the lungs. The left pulmonary vein is one of 4 vessels that carry oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium of the heart. The left ventricle is the left lower chamber of the heart that receives blood from the left atrium and pumps it out under high pressure through the aorta to the body. The right atrium is the right upper chamber of the heart. The right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from the body through the vena cava and pumps it into the right ventricle, which then sends it to the lung to be oxygenated. The right pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood to the right lung. The right pulmonary vein is one of 4 vessels that carry aerated blood from the lungs to the left atrium of the heart. The right ventricle is the lower right chamber of the heart that receives deoxygenated blood from the right atrium and pumps it under low pressure into the lungs via the pulmonary artery. The superior vena cava is a large vein that receives blood from the head, neck, upper extremities, and thorax and delivers it to the right atrium of the heart.
Everything mentioned by Beatrice can be seen in the drawing of the heart drawn by Frank. Now we're going to be talking about the cardiac conduction system. The cardiac conduction system is a group of specialized cardiac muscle cells in the walls of the heart that send signals to the heart muscle, causing it to contract. The main components of the cardiac conduction system are the SA node, AV node, bundle of HIs, bundle branches, and Purkinje fibers. The SA node starts the sequence by causing the atrial muscles to contract. From there, the signal travels to the AV node, through the bundle of HIs, down the bundle branches, and through the Purkinje fibers, causing the ventricles to contract. Now we're going to talk about the cardiac cycle. Pause the video if you want a brief description of each phase. The cardiac cycle is the sequence of events that occurs when the heart beats. As the heart beats, it circulates blood through pulmonary and systemic circuits of the body. There are 3 phases of the cardiac cycle. In the diastole phase, the heart ventricles are relaxed and the heart fills with blood. In the systole phase, the ventricles contract and pump blood to the arteries. One cardiac cycle is completed when the heart fills with blood and the blood is pumped out of the heart. Now we're going to talk about fibrillation. The real question is, what actually is fibrillation? Fibrillation is when the muscular walls of the heart flutter rather than contracting and relaxing, which tends to cause a rapid and irregular heartbeat. The difference between atrial and ventricular fibrillation is quite simple. Atrial leads to a stroke and ventricle leads to possible cardiac arrest. Fibrillation can be caused by electric shock to heart muscles and misfired electrical impulses, as well as many other things. This is the end of our Chapter 8 Part 4 summary video. Thanks for watching.